Cyrus has spoken. You are here for all things Division 5. You've got Mokan over at producer, obviously doing things that he does best right now.
Useless
Welcome,
things.
Mo. You can tweet Mo at @Mokan19.
Or you cannot tweet him.
You can tweet me.
You cannot tweet him at Mokan19.
You can not tweet us at EagleFPF because no one does anyways.
No.
But basically, anecdotally, if you tweet us, that's how you get talked about. It's happened before.
Darren McDizian, he's on my road trip. He's in my car now.
Yeah.
He's in my car. He tweeted at me week 1. Week 2, I put him in my road trip car. That's how it works.
So if I tweet you, will I be in the
No,
road trip
absolutely not.
in the trunk?
No.
The driver himself.
On the roof?
Maybe he'll be under my tire.
Eleftherios at Terry Tam.
Eleftherios Tambacologos.
Terry Tam FPF to follow
Introducing
me and talk
his new
smack to me.
segment next week, Patates of the Week.
Can I ask you a question, guys?
There's patates of the week.
Will this podcast rise grease from the ashes of the economic downturn that we've
Okay, now
suffered
you
last?
just snore fest.
Have your mustard.
I gotta
ready.
do this stuff.
Are we 3 minutes in yet?
We gotta do. Okay, are we gonna start it now and then I do 3 minutes later?
Oh, you.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so
we have enough
I
time right now
lost.
to explain it.
So I lost.
Lost what?
I
For
lost
those
the-
who are just tuning in.
The Table of Terror challenge, where I picked a team out of a box. It was Bearskins in Division 4A, and they ended up losing to I forgot which team, Coyotes. So because they lost, I had to pick in out of the Table of Terror a challenge, and I chose to take a squirt of mustard every 3 minutes during my podcast.
So our famous producer Mokan will be notifying us
Every 3
exactly
minutes. So
every
let's start
3
it.
minutes
You
when
want to start it
happens.
now, Mokan?
No. We're already in. The second you hit
We will start now.
So do I take a squirt now or do I do it later?
We're about 5 seconds in, by the way.
Do I take a squirt now or do I do it later?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, ready?
Okay, and I would like to take this time to really thank Sticky Hands.
I see it.
For winning after being down
I love
to
mustard,
the Fat and the Furious early on in the game. Really happy I don't have to do any of this bullshit. Thank you so much. I'm GM Coletheris. You can tweet me at GMCole44. Yeah, Sticky Hands. I'm going to say that name again because I picked you out of a hat and you won. So, hey, Sticky Hands.
Good job,
They're
Sticky
undefeated
Hands.
right now. Stay undefeated. I'm happy for you. You're happy for me, I hope. With that in mind,
Recaps.
Les Albatros, 14, just edged out by Sphinx, who managed to put up 19 points on them. Etienne Coutier out with an injury right now.
Yep.
Yannick Payet filled in. It was enough to get it done. What do you think about this game?
What I think about this game was if Etienne Coutier was playing, it would have been a lot worse. I think Albatros this season, new quarterback. Their offense isn't able to work. They're not able to gel together. They have a good receivers in Antoine Brisson, Mathieu Rondeau, and they're not really using them to their
LaFontaine as well.
Exactly, LaFontaine as well. And Justin LaFontaine. And they're not using them the way they should. So I think that the Sphinx got lucky with an injured quarterback and be able to win this game. But defense does well, and the Sphinx always had a good defense.
Is it more just a case like we know Les Albatros are a young team, they're very athletic. Are they just relying on the deep ball a little too much? Like you see a lot of incompletions and just those reads are always checkdowns.
It's always a check down. So what happens is that they like to throw it deep. They like to spread the ball, but they're always coming back from a deficit. So I feel like they're always trying to spread the ball out too much, throwing it deep, and then if that's not working, okay, let's keep it simple. So we'll just drop down, and then at that point you're not getting any first downs. You're not able to score either. So it's just I think it's a matter of chemistry. They're all good friends. They played football together for years, but I think in this league you need a little bit more chemistry. 2 touchdowns is never going to win you a game.
Just food for thought with the Sphinx right now. They have 3 guys with 13-plus receptions. So they're on their way to putting up some big numbers this year with Fafal, with Arsenault, and Cloutier, all on the verge of maybe having potentially 40-plus catches per season.
Justin Arsenault's a guy
but
that nobody
does
talks about.
the absence of Etienne Coutier hurt that right now? Does that hurt them in the long term?
I think it does. I've seen the Sphinx play. Saw them play from afar at Hebert on Monday, I believe, when they won. You can see that they're not as in sync as they were with him, and I think as they move along, they learn how to play without him. But at the end of the day, though, this team has enough playmakers to maybe overcome this deficit at the current moment.
Can they continue? They got Vuzu next week. I think it's a W against Vuzu.
I think also just the fact that it's anyone's first quarterbacking attempt in FPF. The fact that he came out with a win is huge.
Yeah, huge, for sure. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. It's nothing to laugh at.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How are we on that? Because Mo's lifting it up?
Yeah, you got to let me know, Mo.
Inside 10 seconds.
Okay, I might as well do it now. Right?
No!
Okay, we're going to be like...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a squirt.
Yeah.
Good thing I like mustard.
I love mustard.
Yes, it is.
45 minutes? I'm taking
Yes,
15
it
shots
is.
of mustard. Math, my strong point. Greeks invented math.
Yeah, but not the economics apparently.
No.
The downturn. Of
Speaking
Greece.
of downturns, Supply and Command struggling still, losing out
brutal
33 to 14 to the Black Shirts.
Absolutely brutal.
Look, the same way that you would spread mustard on a sandwich, should Justin Blanchard be like spreading the ball out a little bit more? Like he seems to be favoring that one or two playmakers on the team.
Loves Bellavance.
Yeah, Bellavance also filling in. Usually it's Anthony Garant. Pease is taking a lot of receptions as well, being the open player in the middle.
Bellavance is filling in because when I was watching the game and they look like it was every play to him, and he's a great player, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's freaking sick. Pease is those under routes, but he dropped a lot too.
Pease dropped passes?
Yeah, he dropped a few of
apparently.
them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But overall, I think Justin is trying to do too much. A guy like Justin, run, pass. Like it's easy. Just
I
do
know.
that.
I know that you don't want to do that right now,
It's
Justin.
tough.
But
It's tough, but that's
Yeah.
do it, man. Why not? But you can't take anything away from the Black Shirts. Emilio Pampena, his first season at quarterback, is he's fiery, man. Like he just stays back there, doesn't even hesitate. Boom, touchdown. Boom, 15-yard pass to Dylan. He's making Seth Garina look like an athlete. He's it's crazy what Emilio Pampena is able to do, and he's a very intelligent player.
So they're 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
How do you exploit their weaknesses? Like, what do you do in this case to come out with a win against them?
Against the Black Shirts,
Yeah.
is you gotta be able to get Emilio off his game, make him move, because he stays back there. When he stays back there, he's able to read the field, and from what I can tell, he reads the field very well. So a good rusher is able to, if he makes him move, his field division might close down. There's a lot. He's still inexperienced, right? So if you got to get him flustered, and as soon as you get him flustered, I think you can set him off.
Well, so far, 9 guys have at least 2 catches or more on that roster with Seth Galina and, of course, Dylan Taylor leading the way with 15 and 10 receptions, respectively speaking here.
Yeah.
But at some point, though, right, if you're going to become that next quarterback, you got to figure your third option, your fourth option, because those 2 guys will be double teamed at some point as you move along against tougher competition.
I was impressed with their defense, and I saw this guy getting ready, tattoos from here to here. He put on sleeves, dressed to the gills. I'm like, oh, this guy's guaranteed terrible. Little I know at the end of the game. By the end of the game, I look at the stat sheet. He's got 3 interceptions at Frankie Martella. Their defense is something to be messed with, of course.
So, is it safe to say right now, 0-3? Is it safe to say that Supply and Command are out of the playoffs?
5, 4.
No, they're not out of
3,
the playoffs.
2, 1.
They're not out of the playoffs, no. But week 11, am I going to be playing golf with Justin Blanchard? I think so. Justin, I'll call you.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think they'll be in the playoffs.
So how do they? So then,
What do they do?
are they out of the playoffs? No, but I don't think they're making the playoffs.
Oh, sorry, I meant yes, they're out of the playoffs. That's what I
Okay,
meant. yeah.
awesome.
I don't think right now they're out of the, I think there's a chance that Justin can figure it out. He's a smart enough football player, smart enough person to figure it out.
Finals
And he's
MVP?
Yeah, and fine, of course, he'll never let us let it down. Never let us forget it. But it's getting to me now.
You okay? Good thing it's not Dijon combined with mustard, man. That's
I
Or
told him
the
get me
hot
the
sauce.
spicy one. Yeah, the spicy one's freaking
if you
awesome.
have you ever combined the 3 mustards together?
The 3
mustard?
mustard tiers.
The 3 mustards together like in one sauce?
So
Yeah,
you have different
honey-
tiers of mustard,
Side.
right?
As
You have,
one.
You have honey. You have Dijon. You have honey mustard and
And
regular.
regular mustard?
The 3 mustard tiers.
Oh, buzzing.
It is great for colds. It clears your sinuses. Like there's
Okay,
no
all right, Mo. There it is. Way to take the cool out of everything.
You know,
put
what,
the
you know what
L in
isn't good for colds? Putting up 43 points and still losing in a game.
Man.
I kind of feel for I Rep That West.
I was
43, losing out to Flying Weasels, 49 to 43.
I was involved in a shootout this weekend. It's not fun, man.
You know what wasn't involved in that game?
Who?
Defense.
Zero involvement in that game. I think I
Well,
took
that's
Flying Weasels
incorrect.
to
There
win
was
that
one
game.
INT in the game, by the way.
One INT.
One
and
INT and over 90
Alex
points.
Girard.
one INT, 7 touchdowns on each side. My mama's calling me. One INT, 7 touchdowns on each side, and that's the story of the game. It's just 1 interception. That's what it was. It was a story in my game in Division 3, and it's 1 interception especially if your defenses are ass like these ones are. But I mean, well, at least they played like that. But with a team with a Jonathan Lemieux on one side, I don't understand how they didn't get more. They didn't get more interceptions and more pass deflections and breaking up plays. Or you can just give kudos to the quarterbacks in Schaefer and Jonathan Lemieux, of course, on each side. How does this happen? I don't know. 7 touchdowns
Is
and you
there
win
really
a game
anything?
sucks.
Is there really anything that can be said about the Flying Weasels that we haven't already covered?
They have an explosive offense. Clearly,
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. Honestly, Flying Weasels are. We didn't speak about them in week 1. Week 2, we kind of covered them, but
They have brand new Sportira jerseys as well.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
they're,
check them
it's,
out.
it's still the throwback though to the old blue and white colors, but it looks great.
Their next game
board, I'm
is
bored.
going to be a challenge because the Patriots are a sneaky good team of trap game. They took out the pack at Hibera on Wednesday night, and they look very explosive.
Somebody
They a
chose.
sneaky good team when I've been saying, hey, these guys are for real.
They're
They're
No one,
sneaky good
no one
to
knows
me.
these guys, right? These-
okay, go watch a game.
But okay, do you think there's 85,000 of our listeners are going to be watching them play on Wednesday night in Hebert?
Did you just say 85,000 listeners?
Yeah,
That's how many we have? You go
just
confirm or
about.
deny 85,000 listeners?
he's angry right now.
You have to eat lemons before.
Yeah, he looks very upset. By the way, I stopped eating mustard. Forgot.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, right now, please.
That's shaking it too. I think he's actually going to go through that whole bottle by the time we're done.
Yeah, man.
It's still full. It just doesn't come down.
It's gonna come
Let
on.
me know if you need me to jump in for one or two.
Saturday. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. I committed to something. I'm gonna stick to it. Next, so Flying
I rep
Weasels.
that West. I rep that West. They're the
Yeah.
old blood machines. They're in a division that's pretty indicative of their talent right now. They're doing really well in it. Where do you see them come week 11?
Who's in their subdivision? A subdivision is a division within another division.
Of a division.
A subdivision, if you will.
So they are at the bottom, considering they're in the division of death right now.
Yeah.
So you have Junkyard Dogs at 3-0,
I love me some bottoms.
Les Patriots at 3-0, Flying Weasels at 3-0, Jaguars at 2-1,
Brutal,
the
bro,
Pack at
brutal.
1-2.
The fact that they have to play all those teams.
Yep.
And Jags coming off an ugly
So,
loss against
They'll be outside looking in.
backyard bullies.
I rep that West. See you on the golf course, buddy.
Yeah, I really do feel for them, especially because they are a solid team.
Yeah.
But they will be a product of their schedule, unfortunately.
Hey, you're Div D next year, maybe in the spring, and you prove everybody that you can be a champion. And not D1 or whatever it's going to be this season.
So with that, it's not going to be as long as our usual one, but Olympus has spoken.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions. You're just going to give me straight up how you feel.
I got feelings.
Dope Boys. They've been doing better every season. They went like 4-6 one season, 7-3 the next. Now they're 3-0. Are they the real deal, or are they just?
Well, I mean,
pretenders
it's
right
a little biased because if I say they're the real deal, then I'm making it seem like that I'm taking credit away from. I'm making it seem like I was a terrible player because we lost them this week bad, 26-8 or something like that. But we couldn't move the ball at all. Their defense is very good, and they're young guys.
Ridwan Abdor is really good. 6
Yeah, yeah.
TDs this year.
Oh man,
It's interesting
I
that this
was
team was
sick.
basically
He's sick.
He's very good.
This is a team that was a spin-off of another team that they had to rely on Jaegerbaum to bring in guys and
Yeah.
really introduce them into the league, and they've really come into their own, and they don't even need any of the Jaegerbaum
Well, let's not
guys
forget they
anymore.
had a roster of like 18 guys at one point in their early seasons.
Take
in
notes,
FBA.
get on deck.
Well, hey,
Cut your
they
freaking
came out with the
roster,
clutch win
bro.
over BMS Goats.
really?
Little extracurriculars, by the way.
I mean, it's like
But
being the
bo-
world's
but-
tallest midget. Doesn't make a difference.
The Dope Boys, though, they've learned to grow. Their first year, remember that, in Div 5. They were okay. They had some moments, some rough patches. Some games were called off before 5 plays because of the rough play that they went with. But now you look at them, they look like a team that's eons ahead of the pace, and they could definitely
Ions.
they could be essentially in the race for
It's
being a
funny
division
that
winner.
eon is actually a Greek derivative word that Terry just
That's why,
mispronounced.
exactly.
That's amazing. We touched on them earlier.
What? Because I'm thinking big mustard.
Kind of synonymous to go with Rick Ross's song right now in the background.
Yes, Dinia. So we touched upon them earlier, but Sphinx right now, quarterback issues notwithstanding,
Eric Lalonde.
they're two.
Oh, sorry.
They're
Sphinx, my
two.
bad.
Yeah, Sphinx. They're 2-1, but they have a plus minus of -10.
Brutal.
Are they the real like?
Keep it-
Are they
keep it games
overrated,
close.
or
I
is
think
it going to correct itself?
If we had seen it, I think it's going to correct itself because if we had seen it included in this game, I think they would have won by maybe more than 6 points. I think they won by. So maybe they would have probably won by 10, 15. I don't know. I think the gap would have been a lot bigger. So maybe that 10 would have been the margin. It's getting to me. The margin would have been a lot bigger.
Heartburn.
No, it's like caught up here, like right here.
It's great for colds, by the way, when you mix it with honey mustard and
Okay,
Dijon.
yeah.
We've been
All right,
told.
Dr. Khan. Jesus, man.
Sanjay Gupta, watch out.
Okay, so
I think that it's going to fix itself, and they'll be in the plus range later on.
okay, perfect.
Defense is
I
awesome.
originally wanted to call this the Nick Below Award, but now that you brought up Frankie Martella, like if you're just a regular player in FPF,
Yeah.
you've just got your shorts, your cleats, your gloves, and
What
your
else do you
jersey.
need, right?
How do you up that swag level right now?
Okay, so there's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah.
I've learned throughout the years. I was the guy, GM, better than anybody. No gloves, random cleats, t-shirt, and shorts.
So you're the white Tim Brown.
I was white Tim Brown.
Yeah.
And
it's one of those shirts that's like 3 sizes too large, but Terry was also like 50 pounds larger at the time anyways.
yeah, I was a beast.
Yeah, he was.
Beast. Championship team. So
Thank you, Mo.
love you hanging
Yeah,
out there,
so-
buddy. Yeah, so what you got to do is you got to get yourself some 3/4 compression pants.
Yes.
Okay? 3/4 compression pants, man, you can't go wrong. If you slide, they
Yeah, but the question is now do they have to be the same color as your shorts or
No.
a different color?
Are they
different
padded
color.
or not padded?
not padded. Don't do the Jadariti. And don't do the Danny Demore either and wear goalie short pants, like soccer goalie shorts. They're the worst. He has like padding on the side. So
or
weird.
there's the Gianfranco Ronaldo from a couple seasons
Where
back.
he wore football
where he
pants.
wore the football pants without the
Without
with the
padding.
girdle without the padding.
which is dumb as dirt.
We
And
have
he's
we
got
have
ready
the we have the shorts on top of track pants.
Oh, that's Joey Taylor.
That's-
Probably
that's-
Joey Taylor worst style in FPF. I think that you don't really have to go like Under Armour on the top, but I think that wearing
10 seconds.
wearing full compression pants all the way down to your ankles, or wearing 3/4 like I do, like GM does, I think goes a long way. And just buy a nice pair of
2,
Nike shorts.
1.
Bottoms up.
I'm really hoping the Wolverines pull through this week.
All right, I'm starting to hate mustard. So
Okay.
yeah, so there's that, and then wear a shirt if you're gonna wear a sleeveless shirt, and if you got good arms, then show them off like Frankie Martella. He's got beast arms, in good shape. If you got a nice tattoo like Terry Tam, you gotta show it off a bit.
Oh, I thought it was a Crayola thing you did on your arm.
Well, as it is, I just color it in every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what it
Okay.
is, yeah.
Magenta or forest green?
So
Henna.
kind of related to FPF, but not. And when I mean kind of, I mean in
Kinda,
the
sorta,
loosest
maybe,
possible
yes.
way. A couple of years ago, you did the best poutine in Montreal for Mike
yeah.
FM.
100.
So we have
101.
two arenas right now that we play at. So we have Brossard and we have
good one.
Lachine that
Another
both
good
have
one.
poutines.
Oh, great one.
What's your vote between the two? Who wins?
I'm a
right here?
sloppier kind of guy, so I'm gonna go Lachine. So I like sloppy
Boo.
pooter. You like the Brossard pooter is awesome, man.
They've got like that like crispy Costco
Yeah,
fries
yeah.
type
Oh,
deal.
You know what? I just changed my mind. You know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball at you right now. You ready for it?
St. Leonard.
Never had a St. Leader.
No, but they don't sell them here, don't they?
Well, once Hebert is renovated, they do sell poutines.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have one there.
Yeah.
So what's that curveball then?
Yeah.
And if you say Souvlaki George, that doesn't count because it's across the street from Layla.
Well, it wasn't gonna be at a venue though. It wasn't gonna be at one of our venues, but I guess I can't say it then.
There you go.
La Banquise. What?
Sorry?
Oh, Lafleur is down the street from Lachine? Yeah, nice call, Eags. Nice call. Man, that's a good one, too. But Lafleur's is known for their pooters. The Five Guys has a pooter I brought. Oh, yeah, it's true. But, yeah, you know what?
Okay.
I think I'm going to I'm changing my mind. I'm going Brossard.
That's that Hall of Fame vote. Speaking of Hall of Fame votes, we have the Hall of Fame candidates right now. So since for the last few years, FPF has been doing just a celebration of the absolute top-tier athletes and top-tier players in FPF throughout the divisions. There's going to be 5 inducted this season.
Can I ask you a question?
Mokon and I aren't nominated because it's just not
Mokon's already
Mokon's
an inductee.
So by what year will everyone be a Hall of Famer in FPF?
No, you can't.
Mathematically?
It's impossible.
There's
not-
5 per
Mathematically,
class.
it's impossible.
Like, there's 27 candidates listed.
It's Mathematically, it's impossible.
I'm just saying, though. You give him a point? Why have
Wait, okay,
5?
but
Go with
who's-
3.
Oh, no, I agree. I always thought 5 was too much.
But what does that have to do with about what year everyone is going to be inducted? What does that point have to
Because
do with it?
everyone, it feels like
There's
everyone's
too
a
many
Hall of
guys are
Famer.
getting inducted.
Yeah.
There's too many guys, all right? Okay, I'll tell you right now. Actually, I'll tell you names.
Eagle's question for those of you who didn't hear it off camera was: how many of those 25 do you feel are not deserving of that?
I'll tell you names who I think aren't deserving, and you will be
there are
shocked.
There are some lower tier guys who deserve to get in.
Yeah,
That
and
was
our
the
the next thing we're going to touch on is in Div 5A
Yeah,
and
don't open
5B
that
to
can
make
of
it
worms again.
to make
There are
it
some
relevant for those people who are listening right now. Like, who do we have in Division 5A and 5B right now? who are
On
maybe
the-
not right now, but on the verge of being inducted.
Ridwan Abdur from Dope Boys. Every year he's improved and he's put up some big numbers, 6 TDs already.
I like Randall. I also played against him this week, so
Yeah.
I can tell he's awesome. My pick in 5A is Jadaridi. Jadaridi is he's a defensive MVP. I think he won.
Yeah, but not just that, poster boy for someone who started off at the bottom, and
literally.
draked their way up.
Straight their way up, exactly.
They-
Jadaridi
the
for me.
First
is the
year,
big guy.
I think it was the Rockets. They were
The-
Habs jerseys.
The worst. They were terrible. We
Oh.
dismantled them every single time.
For those of you who don't know, by the way,
man.
talk to Terry for more than 30 seconds, and he'll tell you that he played for the Vipers, a team that went undefeated.
And lost in the
How about Eddie Martinez?
first round of the playoffs.
Eddie Martinez.
Eddie
another great pick.
Martinez.
Martz is somebody I didn't want to bring up because I talk about him often, but he's a guy that I.
You
that I
had
do
your
think.
two. I have my two as well, and a few others.
In 5A, I'm going Jadaridi. In 5B, it's SBB, but it's kind of an asterisk because he does play in higher divisions. But Simon Basquet-Baudouin is somebody that I would say within the next few years is going to be.
But should they change the format, though, and say, look, because at some point, guys, every Div 1, Div 2 player will be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's time right now, by the way. But the point is
I
that,
have to remind you.
like, every lower division kid, I guess, nominated GM, it really hurts the Hall of Fame process because no one knows who is the SBB. No one knows who is a Ridwan Abdur or anyone at that level who's played 5A or 5B.
Tell me we got a shot at that, by the way.
Oh, we did.
Excellent. Yeah, but that's the point, is that like these guys, we're seeing them here now,
Yeah.
but it's how they make the name for themselves and either move up or consistently put up those numbers.
But-
as well, Justin Blanchard told me, he said, if you're having the Hall of Fame discussion, he's
Oh,
like, you
oh.
better fucking mention my name.
We got
So
some residue right here. Look at that bad boy.
so I have to mention Justin Blanchard's name because he said that if we're having the Hall of Fame discussion, I have to talk about him.
yeah.
Aside from that, I don't
You
know.
have to talk about him, and it'd be called, instead of being called the Hall of Fame, be the Hall of Justin.
Yep.
This is-
Another few players that we have, especially in 5A. Vince Nardone, I don't know if it counts.
Well, Vince Nardone.
because he's already he's a nominee but not an inductee.
I actually voted for Vince Nardone to go in
Okay.
the Hall of Fame this year. And it was a blind vote, not because he works in the league or anything. Eagle had sent out the stats without the names. I looked at the stats individually, and I picked my 5 guys, and Vince Nardone had one vote for me.
And I have my potential future inductee. Well, I have two actually, because
you-
firstly Ryan Aridi plays in
Ryan
in
is
Div 5. Yeah,
Ryan's another
definitely.
guy, yeah. For
But
sure.
also, I'm gonna say it, and it's gonna make so much sense to you. And you're gonna kick yourself that you didn't think of it.
yeah.
Kev Bustani.
Oh yeah. Oh, Kevin
Well,
Bustani,
I got
man.
one more for you guys. Gab Wiseman.
Gab Wiseman, yeah, that's another one. But listen, we get into this argument every year. Last year, the argument was Alex Godet. Sorry, who'd you say? Who'd you say?
Boost, boost.
Oh,
Boost,
Boost.
boost.
Yeah, Boost. We get into this argument every year. Last year we mentioned Alex Godet, and then the entire Division 1 blew up.
5 seconds.
And freaking threatened my mother because I nominated a guy in Division 3. And like it's ridiculous that guys in lower divisions aren't going to get nominated. Bottoms up.
So they change the format, though, and have a specific lower division nominee for the Hall of Fame. If you're going to induct 5, if you're going to induct 5 of them, can we have one reserved for Division 4, 5, and 6?
No, but then if you're reserving, then it's another thing of. I'm not going to say it's too controversial, but it's
But-
another thing of it doesn't. It's you're entitled at that point.
But
No?
at that point, though, you're going to have the same thing. More Div 1, Div 2 guys going in because everyone knows who these guys are.
But then if you're good enough, you play in those divisions, and then you make your name in those divisions.
Yeah, but look at it right now. Like Alex Lever is
Yeah,
not
it's true.
a Division 1 receiver, but he's made his way up, and he right now is the closest thing to our lower division player that made his way up.
Michael Chidiat is on the list
No, but
here.
I'm talking about actual inductees.
Oh, actual
right now,
inductees.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alex Lever is. He's probably the lowest ranked out of everybody in the Hall of Fame, but
Yeah.
well deserved Hall of Fame. He got a great career.
Well, besides Mokan.
Mocha, but he had a good media career.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so before
Yeah,
this
good music
this
behind
gets off the rails, I like that we touched upon the fact that this is a discussion to be had.
I love being touched upon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know
Wow, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so it's definitely something that's been discussed and touched upon. It's conflicted even amongst the media members and the voting panel that some people agree that it should be higher division players, it's lower division players should be some sort of intermediary. Tell us what you think. Tweet it in, write on the Facebook walls, do something. So instead of just being on the sidelines saying, hey, I wish I was fucking inducted into it, make your voice heard.
There's a lot of lower division guys that deserve to get in, and a guy that nominated this year, Kevin Lubin. I nominated Kevin Lubin to get in the Hall of Fame, and he's a mid division guy. He's not a 1 or 2 division guy, a Division 1 or 2 division player.
I'll tell you this right now. I'm only placing 3 votes, and one of them will be for a lower division guy. Again, 5 is too much.
But there's no
lower.
lower division guys nominated.
Well, Alex Godet. Jacob
Golano?
Peterson, Vinny Golano.
Igualano, but he plays in Division 1.
Yes, but he played in Division 1 as a receiver, and now he's a quarterback.
But is he
And-
going in as a quarterback? Is he wearing his
no,
quarterback
it's
hat
as
as
a
well?
whole. It's as a whole.
As a whole career.
I agree.
It's as Vinny's whole.
I agree.
Point being is that
I don't think
3
Vin-
nominees for me. One will be a lower division guy. That's for sure.
What? We're going in Vinny's hole.
Before we get too far off the rails, I'm
Yeah.
guessing that there's a mustard squirt that needs to be
In
done.
40 seconds.
Okay, so in the meantime, we're
Sweet,
gonna,
Bernie.
since this is going off the rails fast, we have 6 games that we're gonna kind of touch on a little bit more in
I
depth.
love touching on games.
Yeah. Fat and the Furious, who are currently 1-2-0 against BMS Goats. Mo is clearly.
Why is that so funny?
Because BMS Ghosts don't like me.
Okay, yeah. So we'll talk about that after.
Yeah. So who do you see
Because
winning?
nobody
this,
likes you.
Look at these teams right now. These teams are they both played in the league before.
Yeah.
They-
Well, BMS Goats are second season. They added a few guys.
so
that
is
have
Fat and the
been-
Furious.
But Bobby
they're
Spaghetti's
both-
has been in the league
yes,
for a while.
Bobby Spaghetti's, yes. Thank you for that. That's definitely going on a T-shirt, by the way. But
no, they've been in the
same-
league for a while.
Same with
Sacco Dimanche belongs
time.
on this team.
Chaco Dimanche.
Sacco Dimanche. Right now? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's go. What are we saying?
We're
Fat
talking
and
about
Furious.
Fat and Furious. BMS
Fat and Furious
Ghosts.
against BMS Goats. Who's my pick? And why? Bobby Spaghetti's, man.
Okay.
Probably the best name I've ever heard. It should be a porn name.
Mo, do you see like BMS Goats being able to handle this right now?
Well, after their emotional loss to God, in which they almost put it this way, start to finish, they didn't have the score sheet ready for me. They were fighting.
Woo-hoo, here's the world's smartest violin from Okan, scorekeeper. Cry me a river. Go
Okay,
on
you
the
know
website,
what?
man.
All right, so Saturday, you know what? Wait till Saturday arrives.
You know what?
Wait
I'm
till
gonna be-
Saturday arrives. He's replacing you at scorekeeper.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna
have
say I'm gonna
more
be on
important
field
things.
3 in Broussard on Saturday.
Don't bring him a score sheet, please.
Don't bring your score sheets. I
Okay.
will do it myself.
And then
Oh.
they start to have infighting in the end zone, and then they fought others after the game.
I like how you said that you're going to be doing Field 3 in Broadside, so don't bring your score sheets. But there's no Div 5 games
On Field 3,
In
it's
Field
true.
3, you're going to get Div 1. And Div
Actually,
2.
that's in Div 5. Fat and Furious, give me them to win the game.
Next game on the docket, Trap Stars. They're currently 1-1-1. They started off with a loss. They have the win and the tie. They're playing Team Rocket. Mo needs Trap Stars to win.
Trap Stars, baby, let's go.
Oh, I can't wait for Trap Stars to lose.
Shut up.
I'm telling you, they're gonna lose, man.
Okay, tell us why.
Yeah, that's really good reasons you have there. Really in
I'm
depth.
checking it right now.
Really in depth over there.
Team Rocket. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna put on points. But why Team Rocket's gonna win? Okay. So Team Rocket's gonna win because
Number 1, they have Pokemon jerseys.
no, I can't take Team Rocket because they're 2.5 Dan's farm team. So I'm going Trap Stars.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Terry.
Like that, eh? You like that, eh? They can't see you. No, but no, for real, I think Team Rocket's gonna win. If Danny Aylward's playing and not Danny Mack at quarterback, then I think they'll do well. Alex Joltapoof has sick hands. 6'6".
For a guy his size, he's very adept at
Yeah.
boxing out receivers, making his presence known, like on defense and on offense. It's phenomenal.
Joey Taylor is a good receiver and also a very underrated rusher in Dan Lapore. It's not Danny Mack rushing for this team. He's a very underrated rusher.
It's the original Dan, isn't
It's
it?
the original Dan, yeah. So there's Dan Aylward, Danny Lapore, and then Danny Mack is the half Dan.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough. What do I think they're gonna do? Can
It
Richard
all comes down to Lapore against Vincent Chichal.
and
if
10
he's-
touchdowns,
if you
4
can keep him-
interceptions, been 3 sacks? I think I'm giving Dan Lapore 3 sacks in this game. Double up the sacks.
Yeah, but
and win.
just remember also that Chichal is a run first.
2
quarterback
seconds.
Almost.
Yeah. He's a run first quarterback. It's true. It's a very good point. But can he spread the ball around? The Rocket, Team Rocket, which is Dan's.
Ade.
Oh, sorry, man. Next time it's Tzatziki.
Oh.
Oh, man, that might...
Is this your? Did you just turn around for the
No,
first
we've
time
been
in all
doing-
podcasts?
we've been doing this
Every
podcast
3
for
minutes.
25
He's been
minutes.
doing it. Brent Callender, field awareness
I'm
is
like
just
10
as good as his podcast
I'm like
awareness
10
right now.
I'm like 10 squirts in.
Are you okay?
I'm good, man. I'm surviving.
He's actually 10 squirts in.
10 squirts.
Okay. that being said,
Eagle ruined all the enamel on his teeth, but no love for him.
yeah. Speaking of no love for anyone right now, Obamacare, Sticky Hands. They're facing off this week. They're both 3-0. They're the behemoths of the division right
Behemoths,
now.
big time behemoths. I love behemoths. Why am I
Who's
going?
winning this and why?
I'm going Obamacare, bro. pure gamemanship, athleticism, underrated players like Kyle McQuiggan. Jeez, I can't even say his name. Kyle McQuiggan, a defensive stud. I think that they're going to be able to get it over your boys, Sticky Hands.
You know what? I think for the first time, I'm actually chiming in because I've agreed with these for the most part. But right now, I think that Sticky Hands actually have this. I think they're going to carry that element of a surprise. Obamacare play a very physical press-first defense. And Sticky Hands are filled with athletes who are used to getting around pressing defenders.
So you're going to go Sticky Hands on?
I'm definitely going Sticky Hands. I mean, they have a great rush, but Alexis Labonte is going to be able to work his magic. I see Sticky Hands powering through this. And it has nothing to do with the fact that Sticky Hands won, but it helps.
Obamacare.
But with a deflated Kevin Gauthier.
They got to a fast start against Team Rocket on Saturday in Brossard, and they allowed the Rockets to get back in the game and almost lost that game.
So Obamacare?
Obamacare almost allowed them to win that game. So the point is for Obamacare is that if you get to a fast start, you have to maintain that as a high press attack that they have and not allow their opponent to get back in the game later on in the second half.
Word.
Moving on to 5B, Red versus Blue. Great webcomic, by the way. I'm sure Eagle is the only one who knows what Red versus Blue is.
I don't know what Red versus Blue is.
Rednecks against Blue Devils.
40 seconds.
Okay, I'm a big Rednecks fan. Big Rednecks fan. I love Rednecks. I love white beaters. Am I on?
It's coming. I just prepped
30
it for
seconds.
No, you go. See?
You know what's a fun thing, by the way?
What?
Greek rednecks, because I have them in my family from Jacksonville. It's a great thing.
Greek rednecks?
Yeah.
So they speak Greek?
Georgia is what they call Jacksonville.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so actually I changed my mind because I will never pick Gianfranco Nato to win a game. Let's go Rednecks. That's pretty much
Fuzzy Kittens right now, they're 0-3. They're playing against Been There, Done That. They're both teams that were in Division E in the spring, and they've made the jump up to 5.
2 seconds.
We spoke about Been There, Done That. How many am I at, man?
You've done at least 10. So pissed.
Next time, pick a different challenge.
Oh, I like mustard. I thought it would be easy.
Yeah. Suddenly, lemons weren't that bad, eh?
Yeah, lemons are harder probably, man. It's like, this is...
Okay.
I'm an idiot, too,
you know
because I
what?
had a sausage with a bunch of mustard on it before when I got it.
While you're still discussing your mustard, I think that right
mustard.
now this is a trap game for Been There, Done That.
Yeah.
Fuzzy Kittens are 0-3, but they're not a joke. I think that they have the athletes that can make it through this game.
They have the athletes to be able to do it. SBB, the guy we mentioned before, I think he's going to be a big factor in this game. Their defense is stellar. And sorry.
You're burping it out now, big boy.
Oh man, it's catching up to him.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh man. Nya. By the way, we at FPF and all of its subsidiaries do not condone hazing in any way.
I'll be putting this on
is
the,
absolutely voluntary on the part of Terry
I chose
Tam.
it.
Yep.
I like how you guys got that picture,
speaking of
too.
choices,
Okay,
I need
so
you to choose right now.
I'm going to go Fuzzy Kid.
Excellent. Last one, Green Lantern Corps against Small Giants. Green Lantern Corps 1-2-0, but they have the experience.
A lot of experience, which I love experience.
Against
a bunch of young guys.
Against
eager guys.
Small Giants.
Yeah, against the Small Giants, eager guys. I'm going to go Small Giants just because GLC, man, I can't figure them out. I mean, they're just so... You would think they were athletic, but they're not. And other than Mendy, and there's this one other guy on their team, I watched them play this weekend. Man, they're brutal.
Okay, before this spirals out of control,
So, yeah,
we need to wrap this up. Next
terrible.
week, we're going to have Terry's Patates of the
La
week.
patates.
Basically,
Don't be a potato.
Yeah, don't be a potato. If you're 0-3 right now, don't be 0-4 because you're not going to look forward to it.
35
unfortunately.
seconds.
Yeah, don't be on.
Yeah, and we have one more to close it out, right?
So what's going to be is my
Patates is gonna be the worst performance from a player, from a team in FPF.
yes, but then you need to tell them what they need to do to succeed,
20
Yes,
seconds.
exactly. I will give you tips and tricks.
including don't be Terry.
Don't be a Terry. What do you want to do?
Oh, yeah, 15 seconds left here.
I'm going to take those 15 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to take those 15 seconds. We're going to thank you for tuning in to Olympus Has Spoken. This has been by far the most fun I've had on a podcast in a while.
Yeah.
It's-
5 seconds.
Enough for me, though.
Yeah.
A great time. I had a great time. You guys. Love
With
you guys.
that, we'd like to thank
feel
you
like
for
I'm
tuning
drunk.
in. Tweet us in next time. But for now, that's us.
Don't dirty my shirt, man.
He's going out to have some more mustard.
Gotta love me some mustard.
Oh, that was great.
La música de Harry Fraud.